Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about micro habits that have actually changed and improved my life. There were definitely times where I felt so unproductive, and I really feel that implementing those micro habits is such a simple way of making you feel more productive and improving your day-to-day life. The first one is probably the easiest one to do, which is to follow people that inspire you and motivate you to get up and do things. There are so many people out there that make really cool content, and I do find that watching those people puts me into the right mindset of also wanting to get up and also get stuff done. So try to use social media to your advantage, especially if you're someone who just scrolls and scrolls on your phone for hours and half the day passes and you haven't done anything. So rather look at people that motivate you to get up and do stuff. Number two is a tidy area is a tidy mind, and I 100% agree with that, especially now as I'm working at home 2 days a week. I just find it so distracting having dirty clothes on the floor or lots of dirty dishes in the sink. I do believe that having a tidy space puts you in a much better mindset of being productive as well. I'd say I'm definitely the kind of person, if it is cluttered around me and I have to work, I'll probably get up every 10 minutes and pick something up and put it away. So having a clean space and a clean area around me just really puts me in such a better headspace. And the next point on my list is have an everything shower once a week. And an everything shower, it's kind of self-explanatory. You do everything from washing your hair, putting a conditioner in, shaving your legs, putting moisturizer on, put a face mask on. Just make this a habit or ritual that once a week you take this time out of your day and really focus on yourself to make yourself feel better. And I do feel that every time I do this everything shower, I feel and act more confident, and it just makes me feel so much better. Number 4 on my list is to never stop learning. I did make this a habit in my life where I will never not learn something new, and that could be a new song on the piano. I love playing the piano and I like to challenge myself to learn something new. Or another example could be to learn a new sport. I personally love learning new activities and new sports, and tell me if you have that as well. But I always find when someone comes up to me and asks me what I'm doing, like what am I doing outside of work, I don't just want to say, I don't know, I'm just watching movies I guess and go for walks every now and then, and I like traveling. I feel like everyone says that, but how much do you look up to people who like, oh, I play the piano, I go rock climbing, I'm currently learning a new language. You feel like, oh my god, they're really onto it. And there's just nothing better than being that person. And you don't have to do all of them obviously, but just doing one already makes you feel like you've achieved something and you've done something. And it really doesn't take a lot to pick up a new skill and keep educating yourself. Number 5 on my list is to work on your posture. And that is something that I'm trying to do as well. Every day I try to remind myself to stand up straight or to sit up straight, to not look like a shrimp. It's obviously very good for your back to have a good posture, but you also come across so much more confident if you stand straight. The next habit I have is having a little notebook with a pen next to your bed. And I'm not specifically talking about journaling here. What I mean is having a pen and paper next to your bed where you can put down any thoughts or something in your mind that you want to write down and get out of your head before you go to bed. My mind just relaxes and knows it is on this paper, don't worry about it, I'm gonna read this paper tomorrow morning. So I can just switch off for the night and have a calm sleep. That is honestly something I think I've done for the last 10 years, and it has really helped me. And then for my next point, sticking to journaling. Journaling or writing a diary is obviously so good for your mental health as well. To write down your thoughts, your emotions, put them on paper and just get them out of your brain. It helps you to process them, and then you can obviously also look back on them and see how you've done in time. Number 8 on my list is to only keep clothes that make you feel good. And that seems to be quite an obvious one, but I believe most of us out there, when they look into their wardrobe, have so many pieces of clothing that they've just kept because they're just there, they're still good enough, you can wear them at home, or you don't want to get rid of them because you've spent a lot of money on them. And for me, this is a mindset that I have completely changed. I only want to have clothes in my wardrobe that make me feel really good about myself. I never really understood how much weight clothing has for me about my own self-esteem, but over the last years, as I've decluttered my wardrobe more and more, and I've really tried to focus on only keeping things that I love, I can tell the difference. It just makes me feel so much better about myself. If you haven't done it already, go to your wardrobe after this video and do a declutter. I'd say if it's not at least an 8 out of 10, get rid of it. You'll find something better to wear. The next thing on my list is to get small tasks done quickly. Throughout our life, everyone always tells you that you have to work on tasks based on their priority, especially at work. If it's not a high priority task, then do it later. The problem I have with this is it might be a teeny tiny task like replying to someone's email, or washing up the dishes after you cooked. Really doesn't take a lot of time of your day, but it's just a task that sits there and you know you have to do. And for me, the more tasks I have to do, the more blocked up I get. So if I have 10 small tasks and one big task, I can't concentrate on the big task because I still know there are 10 small tasks that I need to work on later, and it just really blocks my brain. I'm not sure if everyone is like that, but for me, at least getting some of those small tasks done first frees up my mind to really concentrate on the big task. Number 10 on my list is to get dressed every single day, also on weekends. That is a habit that I've started a little while ago, and I do find it, especially on weekends, when you get up and you get ready, you feel so much more productive. If I sit in my pajama at home all day, I get absolutely nothing done. I don't know what it is about wearing a pajama for me, but if I wear a pajama, I'm in my lazy mode. I'm not doing anything, I don't want to work, I don't want to see friends, I don't want to leave the house. It's just a part of getting out of your pajamas and putting on something fresh that you feel comfortable in. Switches something in your brain that makes you feel more productive and you want to get more done throughout the day. And the next point I have kind of works with the previous one as well, which is leave your house at least once a day. I especially noticed that during COVID, and probably everyone else as well, is when you can't leave your house, you become so lazy and depressed. You just sit at home and you don't go out, you don't see anyone, you don't feel the sun on your skin. And it just makes such a major difference to how you feel if you leave the house. So even on weekends again, I try to leave the house for at least 20 minutes. I go out, go for a walk around the block or into the park, and after I come back, I feel so refreshed and my batteries are charged and I feel good about myself. So just try it out, try it for a week or two, and just leave the house for a little bit every day, and trust me, you'll feel so much better. Number 12 on my list is to get up early, and my mum would probably say this is the most hypocritical thing for me to say, because as a teenager I sometimes didn't even wake up before lunchtime. And looking back on this now, I just can't understand why I did that. I completely changed that, and now I'm getting up sometime between 7 and 8 a.m. every single day. Also on the weekend, I have felt that this made such a difference to my day-to-day life and have so much more of the day. I get so much done throughout the day, and there's nothing nicer than waking up in the morning and it's quiet outside and everyone is still waking up around you. So if you're someone like me who always slept in and said, I never want to get up early, and now I do get up early, I've seen both sides, I can promise you the getting up early option is definitely the better one. Which leads me to my next point, which is scheduling your day. I find having a schedule makes me so much more productive. I personally love blocking time in my calendar where I specifically know what I need to do when, and I just don't have to think about it. I just look at my calendar and I just follow my own tasks. It really helps with motivating yourself and being on top of things, and it definitely helped me stop scrolling on my phone and playing on my computer. So if you struggle with that as well, sit down on a Sunday and work through the whole week and block out time in your calendar and see how you go. Number 14 on my list is to turn off all notifications on your phone if they are not essential. On my phone, the only apps where I allow notifications are private messages like WhatsApp, for example, and reminders. That is all. There's no other app on my phone where it is really necessary for me to see what is going on right there and then. I turned off my email notifications, I turned off Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat notifications. I want to avoid me feeling I have to be on my phone all of the time and notifications pop up. I feel like our society expects us to be online and available 24/7 when I just don't want that. I don't want to be online and available 24/7 to everyone. I want to live my own life without being distracted by everyone and everything online. So switching off notifications made honestly the biggest difference of me not picking up my phone anymore. Which brings me to my last point, which is not having any work-related apps on my phone. That is a habit I started a few years ago. Before that, I had my work emails and my work messenger on my phone, and even if I wasn't at work, I'd still get the emails, I'd still look at them, and I still worry about stuff from work when I wasn't even paid to do so. So for me, it made a clear cut that this is my personal phone, where I have my personal apps on it, and nothing work related should ever be on this phone. Obviously that might differ from work to work, and you might have to have some work related stuff on your phone, but if you can avoid it, then please do so, or at least turn off notifications from the time you leave office and allow yourself to switch off from work and fully focus on things that you want to do and not worry about anything work related outside of work. So those were my 15 micro habits that have truly improved my life. I'd love to read about your habits that you have incorporated into your life and that you don't want to miss anymore. Also, thank you to everyone who engages with my channel. Liking, subscribing and commenting on my videos really means so much to me. Obviously, it's so nice to engage with you and talk to you. So if you haven't already and you like watching my videos, then please subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any further videos I'm uploading. And otherwise, I hope you have a really good day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!